So let's take that stone circle. It's not very obvious, but of all the things in this place, this is the stone circle that will just take us right back to Larlock. This place is called Larlock. Larapool. It's pretty funny because as a child I did not realize that, and I walked all the way back through the crystal caverns to get here. I wonder if Leela is still hanging around, what she would have to say. And how does Epona know so much about us anyway? Come on. Come on! Oh, we literally just can't get in here now. Let's try going this way. I think this is the right way. I wonder if it's just that Leela hangs out down here and we'll just lower the water anytime you want now. My task is to protect you as you travel, but your quest is so difficult that our weak powers may not be enough to help you. Our weak? Who's our? My task. Our weak powers. Who is our? Is there like a secret network of people trying to aid Brian and Bartholomew? Yeah, the water lowers again, but we don't need it. How many people have we met that help us? There's Shannon, who seems to know of our quest, the monk, the king, Scottfort. Scottfort. Shannon, do you have anything interesting to say, or do you know your own power, Master Brian? An ordinary magician could never command so many spells at once. Only one who is favored by the spirits. Yes, I'm sure that's of particular interest to you, Shannon. At this point, though, what do we do? I guess we go back to the ship, right? It's not really explained that you need to do this. You aren't really given a goal at this point of the game, which is kind of funny. But now that the wind is not blowing the wrong way, and now that the water is flowing in the right direction, we can go back to the ship and hitch a ride. Boy, these monsters are old. That's kind of funny. Ah, we're frozen! I've been frozen today! Sorry if that was a little loud. That was a Christopher... Oh, I better say the right Christopher. There's so many Christophers. Not Chris Brown, not Christopher Lee, not Christopher Walken. Christopher Lloyd! Christopher Lloyd. That was a Christopher Lloyd reference. I've been frozen today! Can't you just see Doc Brown saying that? So funny. We're such a high level, but we're frozen, so we can't actually fight this gremlin the way we want to. Oh no, don't chug on me. No chugs here, man. This is an anti-chugging zone. It's like the opposite of a college fraternity. We're nearing... I'm dying. We're nearing the end of the game. Not the end, but we're getting to the point where we're hitting the home stretch. There's a couple other things we need to do, and the game decides to throw a lot of random, like, named characters at you at the end. Hang on. Okay. It decides to throw a lot of, oh shoot, named characters at you near the end of the game. And, Of course, we need the fire element. We haven't seen any fair passengers for a long time. Okay, her dialogue is completely unchanged. Oh, what a wonderful time to get the hiccups. At any rate, the ship should at least work now. You're just in time. I was just about to haul anchor. The wind feels just right. We'll be in Limeland in no time. Come on aboard. But it's kind of funny. You have to think, you know, what is guiding Brian, right? What is his motivation? Why is he doing any of this? And it's all because he's trying to catch up with his father. We don't actually care about the status of the world. I mean, we're happy to fix these problems. We're happy to get these Earth Jade and Water Orb. Those aren't the right names. But realistically, at this point, we're like, okay, cool, we got the orbs. Brian himself doesn't give a crap about the fire orb. He just wants to find his father. Right you are, matey. We're bound for Dondoran. Let's shove off. Oh wow, he'll sail to Dondoran? Really? Where? Where in Dondoran? Dondoran was like the first town, right? Oh. Okay, when he says Dondoran, he means not anywhere close to Dondoran. He means you're gonna have to hike the rest of the way to Dondoran. You can go up to Glencoe Forest. Okay, guys, let's go to Glencoe Forest. I'm really curious as to what's over there. We tried to go there earlier, but we got our butts kicked. We're definitely a high enough level to have no trouble here now, though. Yeah, we're getting that normal chug. I say normal chug because the music isn't really crackly. Not that crackly, anyway. But maybe we can solve the mystery of the point of Glencoe Forest. There has to be a reason for coming here, right? We can at least level up against the monsters, I guess. That feels good. I hate these monsters. I think it's because the point of the game that you get here, it's just like so annoying to fight them. You just beat Solvering, and you just want to get on with the game. I can't remember why Glencoe Forest is pointless, though. Or if it's not pointless, I think it's completely skippable. Like, we're supposed to go to Limeland, right? Because at Limeland, they've got fire troubles. Who would have guessed? And from there, of course, we go through a series of events that leads us to acquiring the fire rod. Because the cave to the north is blocked with thick ice. Of course, I'm talking about the fire orb, jade, crystal, whatever it is. Not before we go through a magical desert. I think. That sounds about right. We're almost there. Glencoe Forest, here we come. There we go. So I figured out if I reset the microphone, it will reset the sync. It's not a permanent solution, but it'll work for now. We got some mummies here. Memory serves, there should be some trees. Yeah, these enemies are really weak now. Like, I don't know when they expected the player to be here, right? Because now we're killing these things in one hit. When we first came down here, they were just murdering us. And now they're laughably weak. When was the player actually supposed to come here? Some weirdly modeled man traps. Big old lips. Hot lips. Whoa. They weren't kidding. There's a spirit over there. I'm very unfamiliar with this section. I came here like once during a playthrough and never bothered to revisit it. I just have it logged away in my head as not being necessary to come and look at. So, it's not that this is a completely new dungeon to me, but I am not familiar with this location. Or the enemies, or really anything. So, at least I'm happy to find a spirit, right? That's something. Got rock level 3. You summon a really, really big rock. Another spirit. The real issue is that coming here at the point of the game that we were at, because we had 13 wind at this point and about 10 water. We were super weak, and we just weren't able to sustain the amount of healing required in connection with the mana and being able to fight back and whatnot. There's a lot of spirits here. Look, there's one over there on the other side of the river, or the lake, or whatever this is. Tree! Tree does not die from one hit. Tree ant, of course. Oh, the tree is kind of resistant to water, it seems. Or maybe the mummies are just weak to it. So if we'd managed to come here the first time we played, right? Or the first time we ran through here, and we fought our way through these enemies, you know, painstakingly, because it would have taken a while before we could have fought these things. Would have had to have grinded up our defense and HP quite a bit. But if we had come here and fought these things, we would be, what, 3 spirits up? Counting the, you know, like the free spirits that are here. We've verified that there's at least 3. Would 3 spirits have made a difference? Like, would that have been some crucial piece of, magnet rock? That's that, here, I'll show you. It's the rock spell that the spiders in the forest were using, I believe. Oh, no, it's a long-range rock spell. Well, that's interesting. I think the real problem is Water Pillar just does so much damage in general. They might have maybe should have lowered the power on Water Pillar, I'm not sure. I understand it's the risk and reward thing, right? It's this idea that... Wait, is that it? We're just at the end? What the heck? This is just the forest, guys. There's nothing here. Okay. Good talk. Glad we came here. Yeah, consider this. What if instead of a water pillar... I know, I'm just babbling at this point, but what if instead of a water pillar, it was a fire pillar? And fire was the close range, deal lots of damage spell. I know that's a little cliche. Usually people think of fire as being the offensive element. I don't know, maybe that wouldn't have made the game better. Fire is supposed to be all about getting up in people's faces anyway, because of its incentive with increasing Brian's physical attack, as well as the vampiric touch. So maybe giving a super powerful fire spell that's melee range would be too synergistic. I don't know. Yeah, I think this was just a lake. Like, that was it. A couple of spirits. That was nice, I guess. The Apophis used to be so strong. I think it was their HP mixed with their high damage output. Partially because it was harder to dodge the 3 blades because the blades come out of the model from the top. I want to see what this guy's stats are. I figure out maybe for future Chezni reference why this guy was so hard. Oh, come on! Such a low level. Finally. Oof. 128 HP. Yeah, that's a lot for this point of the game. Or the point of the game in which you fight this guy. Especially considering that we had primarily been using wind as our offensive element. And shoot, I didn't check. Was he wind? I assume he doesn't take a ton of damage from wind. It's really not important. So I guess we're 3 spirits up, which is something. Now we just need to make our way back to the boat. Then we'll go to Limeland. I wonder why this part of the game causes so much delay. There just doesn't really seem to be anything particularly impressive going on. Just seems poorly optimized for some reason or something. Probably should have picked off one on the edge. There was no need to get the middle one. Can we still do this? Maybe? Yep. Kind of adds a little bit of the mystery to the game, but I really do wish we could get the core stats on the spells. That would be nice. So we could actually understand how damage is calculated. It's difficult to tell because each spell has its own power or stat or whatever. Yeah, these guys are wind. I would assume that makes them resistant to wind. Oh, a spirit light. What is that? HP full recovery. Okay. We'll take it. Just randomly get a heal all item. Oh yeah, we didn't run into a Frog King last time. They're just a stronger version of the Frog Knight. The spells are slightly different. I'll give it credit, though. There are quite a few enemies in this game. And to my knowledge, there aren't really any palette swaps. Like, every enemy is unique. Well, that's not entirely true. The Pixie and the Temptress were pretty similar. And some enemies share very similar riggings, like the Cockatrice and the Wyvern. But overall, the enemies are pretty unique. Like, you get a lot of distinct, different kinds of monsters to fight. So talk to us, old man. How did this work? Hang on. It's almost like, I think what's happening, and this is something I need to figure out, and I've been trying to figure it out for days. I think what's happening is the microphone is buffering, and it reaches a point where it can't buffer as fast as the video is buffering, and that's what causes the delay. For the life of me, I have no clue why it happens, though. Perhaps I just need a better recording rig. That's what I'll do. Chezni and the adventure of a better recording rig. Okay. Where are we? Is this Limeland? Wait a minute. No, this is just Efna. Efna! Look, I appreciate you being here, lady, but come on. We got things to do, Efna. One more boat ride should take us to Limeland. But because there's no cinematic or indication that we've traveled, this part was really confusing to me as a child. I was like, wait, what? Why am I suddenly somewhere new? What happened? Hey, old man. My name is Sebastian. Well, well, taking a trip, are you? Young fellow, do you happen to know another magician? He stayed here some time ago. He looked a lot like you. You'd better rest here. The road from here on will be tough going. Yeah, so you keep getting hints dropped that you're right on the heels of your father. Poor man. Who names their child Bartholomew? Okay, I don't think there are any spirits over here. Admittedly, from this point onward is the point I usually lose steam if I'm playing on my own. I just kind of quit. So we're reaching parts of the game that I usually don't get to, and it's going to get more and more like that the longer we go. The old man says, he claims that this place is dangerous, or the journey is dangerous, but we are more than powerful enough to handle our own at this point. Against these ice turtles. A little annoying that they are water users. I'd like to deal a little more damage, but oh well. Could try rock. Rock level 3? Rock level 3? Let's test it out. That's a little more damage, isn't it? That's 42. What were we doing with Water Pillar? I wasn't paying attention. $51. No, Water Pillar's still better. I think the real problem with these turtles is they have so much HP! Good grief. You could just not do anything that you're doing right now, that would be fine. You could leave us and our poor child self alone. Is there a better rock spell or something? Just rolling rock level 1 doesn't seem to do it. Seems like it has really bad damage. Which is funny, because it's so hard to aim. I feel like rolling rock should probably deal a lot more damage. Maybe like 25% more damage than it does. Certainly more than this spell, right? This one here. Oops, that's not the right spell. Nah, this turtle's gonna kill us now. Rude. But yeah, this rock level 3 spell is so much easier to aim, and it seems to do more damage. And the rock size is so big, you would kind of wonder why you would ever need to use Rolling Rock. Like, unless the enemies were very far spaced out, Rolling Rock would probably never hit more enemies than Rock level 3. But then again, I guess Rock level 3 came after Rolling Rock. So I suppose it's at least set up to be better. Man, is this turtle gonna kill us? Like, are we actually going to die here? A little bit funny. Oh my goodness! Just die, turtle! Oh good, we get a freebie. Criminy! Alright, I was making fun of the old man saying it's not dangerous, but we actually almost died. Well, we would have been fine. We just would have used an item. Yeah, I don't think there's any paths that we want to take or something. Just a straight path to Limeland, to the east. I'm also not familiar if there are any good spirit locations. We'll just have to do our best. Keep an eye out for them. Fish people! We've had our fair share of water users at this point. Come on, guys. I don't think we should fight this. I think we should probably either drain magic or leave. Or drain magic and leave. Try one more drain magic. Nice. I don't know if it's worth it to fight these guys. They just take so long. Isn't there an escape spell? There we go. Oh my gosh, and the turtle takes so long to move. Another spirit. Come on, guys! I know it's a turtle. I know they were going for theming. It's so aggravating to watch it slowly plod along. Oh, golly. Spare us from your excitement. Why do the fishmen move so slowly as well? I mean, they are Guess we'll give them a little bit of credit. They are fish that have somehow... Oh! That was barely a step. Barely a step, man. I'm not fighting you in your turtleness. Oh, we can't escape here. Well, we can probably cheat our way out on the side. Unless that happens. Wonderful. Guess Magnet Rock will hit him. 31. Not useful. That seems to deal the most damage. We're free! How much damage did they do? 25. So much. It's as much as the orcs were doing in the Zel's Forest. I guess we have about 50 more HP though now, so we can take 2 more of those as compared to what we were taking before. Nice grassy plain. Any spirits? I'm not seeing any. I think we just run right through this. Hi, scarecrows! So we can kill you. Yeah, Limeland Castle is pretty big. Has a certain amount of clout to it. Find the wyverns from Cull Hazard, they'll be easy pickings at this point. Our water magic is more than ready to handle them. That one we can take quite a bit more of a hit. Oops. Slightly out of the range, I think, anyway. I don't think we take the path, I think we just cut through the grass here. Keep off the lawn. Obey God, stay off the quad. Not today. Come on! You're not fooling anyone. That was not the spell I meant to cast. I don't think I care so much. It's just... I really should play this game again on the real cartridge and see if it lags as much as I think it does, because I'm pretty sure a lot of this is in the N64 where it lags like this. But I don't know how much of that is just bad memories or something. I don't know. Okay, we're on the bridge. Should be safe. Alright. The old abandoned mine shaft is far up the mountain out of Limeland. There is a rumor of new digging in the ruins they found at the bottom of the mine shaft. New digging? What? Like someone is newly digging? Just the other day, a man who looked very much like you came to our town. He was questioning all the townspeople, looking for a sacred book of some sort. He was headed toward the Highland when he left. Wonder if he got past the old mine shaft safely. Was that enough exposition for you? Yeah. So we have to go to the Highland through the mine shaft. Are there no spirits in here? I kind of feel like there should be a spirit somewhere, right? Maybe this is just a giant field of nothing. What a twist! I think it is. I don't think there's anything in here. Huh. Alrighty. Hey, know what? There was a murderer locked up in the tower jail. In the tower jail outside the city. They say he uses fire magic on anyone who gets in his way. Hey, have you heard? Fargo has escaped. They say he's a murderer. Aren't you scared? What is these children? Escaped from the fire tower. Or the tower jail. So this is the tower jail that Fargo has escaped from. Wouldn't be any kind of coincidence that he happens to use fire magic, and fire is the one element we haven't gotten an orb or crystal for. Yeah, you can see here the jail cell door is open. I love that they just apparently kept a man up here with nothing but some dirt, and the jail cell was just right down here, or like the actual door to the jail. They kept him in a tower. What were they guarding him against? Like people trying to break him out? Something. Limeland's pretty big. Or at least it's very well orderly. Or, it's what am I trying to say? It's very well ordered. It looks like a planned establishment as compared to some of the other cities we've encountered. Like, Dondorn kind of feels like a town that just sprung up. And the buildings are really smushed together. The first town, I can't remember the name. Looks kind of like a hamlet. Just sort of a couple buildings were built over time. But Limeland feels like a sort of industrialized location. Have you seen my boys playing outside? I do wish that they would come back in. With that madman Fargo on the loose, anything could happen. If you see them again, send them home. Yeah, we found them. They really enjoy talking about Fargo. It's going to be a little difficult to figure out which rooms we've been in and which ones we haven't, so I'm going to do back and forth, side to side. Only noblemen live in this town. Why not? It's the richest town in Celtland. As you see, we are blessed with riches beyond compare. Alright, well, we'll just help ourselves to your riches. Honey bread. Honey bread? Part of the game do you think this is? Makes you think we need honey bread. Maybe this one will be better. 2 drop. Nope. Well, you look pretty stuck up. Prince William has taken a liking to my daughter, and if she would become his bride when they grow up, it would make me a duchess. Oh ho ho. Mama says I have to marry that bratty Prince William. I think you're twice as cute. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes. Always. Yeah, we already went in there. Noblemen's houses are filled with valuable items. I have to be careful as I clean. As such, a bother. As such a bother? Did I read that correctly? Ah, such a bother. Yes, I read that wrong. Yes, they have very many things that we can take. Very many nice things. It's in a giant red treasure chest. Of course I can take it. Can we take a moment to appreciate how the treasure chest bounces when you open it? It's such a springy treasure chest. Limeland is the largest and finest city in all of Celtland, and as you can see, the grandest house of all belongs to me. Only Queen Diana can boast of finer. Well, isn't that magical for you? Looks like we're at an inn. Where's Shannon? Hi, Shannon. This is a grand city, don't you think? But isn't it strange people build a metropolis to last 1,000 years, but a human lifetime is just a passing thought? That doesn't sound ominous. Tired, are you? It must have been a dangerous journey. You can stop here to rest if you like. Yeah, we'll rest here. Inevitably when we die, that way we can respawn back here. Have we died? We only died like once in the very beginning. That was because I was doing something dumb, I think. So many rooms. So many nothing in these rooms. I guess it would be unrealistic to expect there to be an NPC in every single inn room. That would just get silly. I guess I just don't know if it was necessary though, right? Like, why did every inn need these rooms? They could have just... I don't know, they could have just done what a lot of games do, which is just one room and one bed. I know it's silly, but it's just like accepted RPG logic at this point. Of course there's one room with one bed. How else will I rent it out? Other people don't use the inn. Alright. This is probably some item we can't pick up because we have too many in our inventory. One fiefdom owes its prosperity to a great nobleman named Hosun Schreiker. Our present queen, Diana, rules the castle. Okay, are those two facts related? What are you trying to tell us there, buddy? Hello again, laddie. If you should lose your hero's drink, just tell me. I've got too many more. If you'd like to take one, I'd be obliged to you. I don't know who this is. Another town stranger in our town. Wait. Another stranger in our town. Don't tell me a wee laddie like you is looking for our old mine too. You better stay here where it's safe. The mountain road at night is no place for you. Fine. Roach. Hey, this is a tavern. You know, we have completely run out of root beer and bread, so why don't you skedaddle on home? Rude. So we can get a hero's drink there. Not that we're ever going to need it. So we'll grab our wings. What color is this place? Come on, Brian. I know that you are on a long and exhausting quest, laddie. Why don't you keep these red wings, just in case your enemies prove to be too strong? You must remember that wing. Yeah. You have the red wings. Red wings gives you bull. Heard the rumor about Fargo? He's the villain who tried to take over our town. He made a threat to burn down the homes of anyone who dared to stand against him. Our great Lord Schreiker captured him and put him in the tower, but after Lord Schreiker's mysterious death... Yeah, so mysterious. Fargo made good his escape, and it's only a matter of time before he returns to threaten us again. My last visitor told me that there's a phantom city somewhere in the Dries. I wonder if that's true. The Dries is a desert, and he is correct. There is a phantom city. Once again, RPG rule number 65. If there is a rumor, it is true. Always. Weird to talk to you. Yeah. I guess looking at a couple of the NPCs in this place, a couple of them do share models. And look similar to the others. So I guess not I guess not every NPC is completely unique. Just a lot of them. Brian. There we go. Spirit Armor level 2. Avalanche. I think that's the spell we want. Wow. I didn't realize it was level 25. Okay. Well, we don't need Earth anymore. Guess we spec into Fire. I think. Well, what else does Earth give you? I don't even remember. I take Earth so infrequently. I don't think I've ever finished a pure Earth run. Oh, forgot we don't want to go here. We want to go into the castle. Pop in, say hi to the royalty. Kind of a nice little courtyard here. Oh! Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. So we have one too many points in Earth now. That's okay. Gotta remember, put points into fire. Put points into fire. Put points into fire. Put points into fire, Chezni. A hearty welcome to Celtland Castle. Here you will see the richness and beauty of Carmog. Am I saying that right? Or is that like Shillelagh? Is it Carmog? Oh yeah, give us more spirits. I don't even know what we're shooting for in fire. Like, I don't think there's a point in leveling up fire. We're just doing it for the lulz at this point. For the memes. If memory serves, there's not really a lot in this castle to do. In fact, I don't think it's even important that we come here, because there's a lot of treasure chests, though. Honey bread, honey bread. What makes you think we need honey bread? Healing potion, that's a little better. Mint leaves. Man! These are the items we've been getting since the beginning of the game. 20 MP, I don't know. Mint leaves are still usable. It's the dewdrops that really have me scratching my head. My grandfather oversaw the mines. He found the ruins at the end of Bargoon Tunnel, but I'm afraid that when he disturbed the ruins, it released the monsters that plague us today. We tried to steal the mine shaft, but it didn't have much effect. You'd better keep away. Rule number, I think, 13 of RPGs. If someone is telling you not to do something, always do it. It is a surefire way to find something interesting. You have quite a tan. I can't imagine how Fargo escaped from his jail cell. I just hope something terrible doesn't happen. Well, Shannon probably gave him a fire crystal or something, and he blew open the jail cell. I don't know if Shannon gave it to him. Kind of weird. It's sort of left up to the imagination as to how these people kept finding out how to acquire the orbs and crystals and whatnot. Spoiler alert, there is kind of, you know, an evil overarching force that's pulling all the strings here. And so I would assume he probably influenced everything, possibly through Shannon, to make all these things happen. Are all of these doors empty? No, this one isn't. Looks like a library. This is the Celtland Castle, the home of Queen Diana, the greatest monarch in all of Celtland. Alright. No need to brag. Fireball level 2. This is a dining hall? An empty dining hall. What a pointless interlude. Oop, wrong way. I guess it's worth to come here because we've gotten, what, like 4 spirits? That's not bad. Quite a few, really. We'll just check the corners here. Nothing. Ah, you must be the master apprentice from Melroad Monastery. Somehow I expected someone of greater stature. Nevertheless, the queen is expecting you. Is she? You're the master apprentice? I can't believe it. I didn't expect to see a mere child. Oh, excuse me. What? Was that excuse me for my words, or did you pass gas, or... I mean, what's going on here? Are you late for an appointment? This must be the Queen's chambers. Okay. Is there anything to do here? I feel like this is an important room. Oh well. Because it's just there for a set piece. Maybe that was the prince's room. Ah, no, this is the prince's room. So this is the prince! There is a prince! William, you're not much older than I am. My mother was expecting a great warrior. I bet I'm a better sword fighter. I can protect this castle. You probably are a better sword fighter. However, your sword doesn't mean a whole lot if you have several wind blades cutting you in half before you can reach us. Just putting that out there. Silly fighters. I think there's got to be something hidden behind these columns. Nope. Alright. You've perhaps learned about Fargo already. It won't do to let such a dreadful villain roam about freely. But with the little power that we have, yes, we know all too well about the monsters guarding the abandoned mine. Try not to get too close to Fargo, and don't stay in one place for too long. I've heard all sorts of rumors about you. It's said you possess incredible magical powers, especially for someone so young. There's much you should know about Queen Diana. Is there? Welcome to the land of Carmog. Carmog? Master Apprentice? Princess Flora of Dondoran sent a letter singing the praises of your magical talents. Have you really come to save us from the Firestarter Fargo? Or are you more interested in finding your father? No matter, Fargo stands between you and your quest, and he cannot be avoided. That was it? That was all you had to say to us. It wasn't even... It was more like a threat. Not even like her imploring for help. It was just like, oh yeah, you want to find your father? You gotta kill Fargo anyway. Have fun doing our biddings, chump. Okay. At this point, we just need to leave the castle, and... Alright, that is not the way to leave the castle. How do we get out? Yeah, but I love it, because Quest 64 is such a weird game. You don't have to come in here and talk to anyone to do any of the events, right? You could just... In fact, that's pretty much how I played the game. I never... I probably don't deserve to play RPGs because I almost never read the story or pay attention to anything if I can help it, especially when I was a kid. I just liked fighting things. Always been a mechanical player. Mechanics first, story second. So, yeah, I didn't talk to any of these people and would frequently stumble upon what I needed to do in any Quest 64 plot and have no clue why people... Like, I fought Fargo the first time. I was like, who is this guy? Why am I fighting him? Why is he attacking me in a random mine shaft? Anyway, kind of an old broken down building over here. Not sure why this is here. Again, must just be set piece. Or perhaps this is one of the burned down homes that Fargo is talking about. Or that people were talking about Fargo threatening. I don't know. Anyway, that's Lineland. It's a nice place to stop and pick up some spirits, but other than that, we just carry on, essentially. We need to go to the mine shaft that everyone's talking about. And they're not wrong. There's plenty of monsters in it. I believe it's just like the only path we can take, yeah. South to Barragoon. Barragoon Tunnel. Barragoon's okay. It's not that bad. If I remember correctly, Barragoon is like a volcano? Oh, it's these little caterpillars. So have you ever seen these caterpillars in real life? They're totally caterpillars that, when they get upset, like a horn comes out of their head. It's really weird. It's not like a hard horn, though. It's like an organic horn. I don't really know how to describe it. When I was a kid, my mother used to grow rhubarb, and the caterpillars loved being on the rhubarb. I used to pick them up and mess with them to make their horns come out. Terrified me, though, the first time it happened. I thought that I was being assaulted or something, because I was like 5. Windblade is no bueno here. Water seems to be particularly effective, which is nice. Wind, not so much, though. I would say this is the point of the game where if you're only relying on wind for all of your strategies, that you are really going to be in trouble. Because wind has not... If you've put 50 points into wind, it has not given you anything new that is good. And you're probably stuck with some pretty subpar moves. How do we want to kill this guy? We should soul search him. I wonder what his stats are. Want to know what your stats are? There we go. 310 HP. So much HP. He's wind-based, though. Wait a minute. Can we avalanche this guy? Okay, this is avalanche. This is the spell we wanted. Dude! Dude! Holy crap! How many hundreds was that? Wow! Okay, all you Earth players out there who have been watching me and being like, Chezni doesn't know what he's doing. He disses Earth, says he's never gone through the game with it. I can see now why you would want to go through the game with Earth. Dang. You would go into Cull Hazard and be like, bro, Wyverns, come on. I'm ready for you. Yeah, we could have easily... Oh, that was the wrong spell. We'd have easily gotten 25 Earth by the time we got to Cull Hazard. And just look to the Wyverns and be like, it's alright. Come on. Show me what you got. That is some crazy powerful Earth magic right there. I think I've tried out Avalanche a couple times before, and I never liked using it because it's not very accurate or reliable, but against a big target like the Wyvern, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Okay, guys. Avalanche is definitely a good spell. My last memory of getting Avalanche was... I don't even think I fought Zels. I think I just made it about up to the point where you fight Zels, and I had gotten Avalanche, and I was totally disenfranchised by it. And at that point I was like, Earth sucks. Why would anyone use Earth? I can't believe that. That's... Being able to drop Wyverns with one spell is insane. Oh my goodness. I love it. Alright. I think Earth is now going to be part of the normal rotation of my playthroughs these days. I don't know, do you even need wind? I mean, wind really carries you through the beginning. I don't know. And it's always there for your long-range needs. Like, we killed Nepti with Wind Cutter almost exclusively, and we couldn't have done that with Avalanche. Her model is so small, right? Like, that's the thing about Avalanche. And again, the thing that makes the balance of Quest 64 so interesting is that model size, the size of the enemies, the positioning of them, where they are, where you can get to them, the direction of the spells, all of that matters when you're playing the game. And that's why it's so fun. Because it's a weird mechanic, right? Like, It kind of makes sense. Like, a bigger target would be more susceptible to getting hit by more rocks, and therefore an avalanche is going to be more deadly against something in the air flying. But I don't know, like, how many other games have that? And I can't think of any. I'm not saying it's the mechanic that blows the game wide open, but it's certainly unique. Even after all these years, I can't think of a game that plays out like this. Probably because balancing it is such a nightmare. Like, even Avalanche itself is a random spell. Do you see that? How, like, we hit that one, Caterpie... Not Caterpie. What are these things called? Whatever this monster is called. We hit that one, like, 3 or 4 times, and we totally missed the others. How do you balance that? Like, how do you balance the randomness of this spell? I don't know if you can. Or, well, you certainly can, but it would be a lot more work than a spell that just said, deal 80 to every enemy, right? Like, that's a pretty boring spell. But Avalanche is fun, because you never quite know what's going to hit what. Oh my gosh, though. It does so much damage. Avalanche might be the most powerful spell. Or at least at this point of the game. I was talking about Water Pillar being good, and Water Pillar is good. It's great for single target guaranteed damage, or even a group of damage. Sorry, I'm like gushing at this point. Just so excited. Anyway. This is interesting though. I don't think I've ever played the game that had a well-rounding of elements like this. Again, I usually just bypass rock entirely. Thought we'd try it out this time just because I have heard that it's really good against the last boss, and I can kind of see why now. Okay, we got Power Staff. We can increase the strength of our staff if we want. Let's go into this town, or house. So many spirits. They really start piling the free spirits on at the end of the game, if you've noticed. I think it's because they really want to make sure you get access to the spells. And at this point, giving you more spirits does not necessarily directly correlate to your power. Like, I know that we just got Avalanche and that's super powerful, but imagine if we had been dumping all of these points into Wind, or even Fire. Like, it's not directly going to make us stronger. We have to take the right spells and then use them correctly. Okay, more sprites, or pixies, or tempestuses, or whatever you want to call them. Let's try avalanching these ones. Although it just used an earth move, so I don't know, they might be resistant to earth. That did not... Well, and I guess that's kind of the hit or miss nature of Avalanche, right? Sometimes it drops the rocks in the right place, sometimes it doesn't. Let's try a Water Pillar. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, so Avalanche isn't the catch-all spell, right? You still need other magic. Okay, I really hope this kills them. Shoot. Good, good. Gotta miss. I'm always nervous about fighting those guys, because it's so, like, you know, are you going to hit them? Are you going to miss them? And if you miss, you're eating really strong physical hit to your face. Although, admittedly, I don't really want to fight more of them. They're more trouble than they're worth. Brian. Brian! Turn the camera. I'm sure you figured it out, but we are in the mine shaft now. The Gangoon mine, or whatever it was. I don't think we fight Fargo here, though. Do we? It's hard to remember. I remember fighting Fargo in a volcano, and this does not look like a volcano. These Termants seem resistant to water. Let's try the old rock spell. Just throw a rock at him. Yeah, rock does better. I gotta say, it's also really been fun to spread out the elements like this in this playthrough because we have an answer to enemies if they're resistant to our dominant spell. We're like, oh, you're resistant to water? We'll throw a rock at you. Oh, you're up high in the air? We'll shoot wind blades at you. I don't know. I guess the rock is stronger, but not that much stronger. About 20 points more damage. Maybe we can drain this guy's magic. Nope. Come on, Brian. This is supposed to net us magic, not lose us magic. I don't think there's anything too terribly dangerous in this mine shaft. You can see they're even throwing old enemies at us. Not particularly threatening. It does make me wonder, though, if at the point... You remember when they were throwing these termants at us? It was a really kind of a tough ordeal. That forest, before you fight Zelts and the Lamias, the damage that the Windcutters were doing, kind of rough. Wonder if they should have toned down the strength of those monsters. Also remember as a kid having the most trouble with Zelts. Solvering was tough, but he was early on in the game, so you had time to, like, adjust your strategy and test things out and maybe even start a new game and rebuild Brian differently. Wondering if we should avalanche this. Yeah, it seemed to work out. Again, avalanche, it's probably its biggest weakness is that it's not reliable. It's certainly not good against a small single target. Which again is just an interesting way to balance the spell. Started out the game with 50 HP, we're at 161. I don't really know what a good ending HP stat is. After a certain point, you kind of stop paying attention. Because your HP is no longer relevant. It's just, you have it. And you know that as long as you keep it up and heal yourself, you'll be fine. Water seems to be the best option against these guys. Oh, these guys. Little floaty will-o-wisps. Okay, so we're in a really interesting spot here because these guys hit like a truck, but we can also hit them like a truck. They're dealing a little under 40 HP per cast. We might actually have to run away. I think we do. We're gonna have to be more careful. I'm gonna have to be more careful when we fight them. We can't afford to do too many miscasts around them. So we have a ghost leading a troop of termants. Look at that ghost face. Somebody was having too much fun with that one. I don't think the ghost is too bad. It's really those will-o-wisps we need to watch out for now. They'll be the current challenge. The elemental damage they deal is just incredibly high. 40 damage, or roughly around 35 to 40. I'm going to assume we can't get into a fight on this bridge, and I'm going to run around it. Oh, no. Proven wrong. I think we're just going to leave. We need a bit more MP. We don't want to fight, you sprites. You're not worth the time and effort. Suppose we'll just drain the magic and move on. Nice. I think what's happening is every time you run away from a fight, the battle counter does not reset. Okay, no, you don't lose status effects when you get hit. I don't know why I thought that. That's just silly. Come on, Chezni, get your facts straight. Down to 5%. Okay, here we go. Gotta be careful with these. We can just leave, though. They're not grouped together, that's my problem. If they were grouped, we would just hit them with a lot of... I'm trying to ice wall this one. I don't know. Here we go, this is what we want. This way they're close up. We can only get hit 3 more times, though. Oh, but we're gonna be fine. Whoa. What? Did I say 3 more times? I think I meant once. Yeah, they're worth about 10%-ish. Seem to be par for the course for enemies that are on your level in any area. Receiving diminishing returns, of course, when you gain too many levels. I just don't see the point in fighting these guys. I don't think we're really going to get anything from them. We came into this one at 14. Let's check the stats. Let's line this up right. That looks about right. Oh, a miss! Can't afford those. Not when we're taking 40 damage. Definitely happy to have water against the fire. So we came in this with 24, we left with 23, so worth about 9. Healing potion. Did you get homing arrow level 1? Homing arrow is not that great. And I guess it's kind of like your wind cutter equivalent. If you're doing fire early, and you need a ranged wind spell. You kind of notice you get that in every class, right? Like, you get some kind of, at least, even if it's weak, some kind of ranged homing spell. Like ice, or water gets ice knife. Earth gets rock magnet. place is huge. Anyway, Earth gets Rock Magnet. Wind, of course, gets the Blade Cutter right from the get-go. And then Fire gets Fire Arrow. Or Homing Arrow. Probably decent against people who are weak to fire. Not much beyond that. So after a very long walk through a mine shaft, we find ourselves here. Yet another cavernous-like location. This way it is. Trying to keep an eye out, see if maybe there's some spirits on one of these levels. I'm not seeing any though. No, it seems like we go up. Huh. Nope. Spirit. Hot Steam, level 1. Okay, I think we can take these guys out. We seem to play this right. Good, good. They should all die from a water pillar, if we can group them up. I'll aim this like this. Curses. Give one more chance. Good. Alright. Guess we'll walking and water this. Ow. Ah! Good example of why avalanche does not always work. This camera angle, though. Kind of weird if this is supposed to be a mine shaft. We find this, like, section of ancient ruins. Seems to be built of stone or some sort. Oh, long hallways. Sorry, we're not interested in fighting you. And the designers were like, and then another long hallway. It will be brilliant. At this point, it really does feel like they're just trying to find an excuse to make the player run through a place with lots of random battles. Oh, Torment. We both know we're gonna win this. You could just fall over and die if you wanted. Make our life easier. Okay, this room's kind of neat. Well, neat might not be the appropriate word. There are 2 levels, one down here in this little shallow part, and then one up here, and I think there are a couple goodies. There's that spirit that we just got. It also makes the fights a little interesting if you're willing to actually commit to them. We are not. But fighting, working around the pillars, and the fact that you can go up and down from the top level to the bottom level, if there are stairs nearby, is kind of neat. Oh, wait. Was I seeing things? I thought I saw a question mark pop up. I must have been seeing things. Anyway. Something that's kind of neat is, when it comes to wind, you get the level 3 wind cutter spell, you know, the signature spell at level 13, but we're level 15 in fire, we still don't have fire 3. Which is nice because the spells, or rather the element categories, are not just copy pasta. They're, you get the spells at different times. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. What would you consider the signature spell of each category? I feel like wind has 2. It really is large cutter and windblade. With earth, at this point I'd have to say avalanche is the signature spell of earth. Water, even though drain mana or drain magic is so important, I feel like healing is still more of the signature spell. Guys, I can't remember which direction we came in from. Oh, crap. Which way was it? We have a 50-50 chance. I'm gonna go this way. Hopefully this is the right way. This looks different. Oh, right. We have to fight her. Alright. Let me unbuffer the mic here. Hang on. Thanks. The reason I wanted to do that is because this is going to be a little bit of a long fight. This is not Fargo, believe it or not. Shilf. I am Shilf, a servant of Mammon. I have been waiting 1,000 years for him to return. If I'm correct, I sense but 3 precious stones. This is our first introduction to the true villain of the game. A villain known as Mammon. Mammon is some kind of great evil power that is, I don't know. It's pretty basic. I think he just wants to take over the world. We have to fight Shilf here. Shilf is an interesting fight because you see how everything all around is very oddly geometrically shaped. So the strategy to fight her that I found that's best is do this. You lure her over on the edge of one chasm and get her to use her mid-range attack. Shilf is another character, actually, with 3 spells, I guess. So I'm pretty sure she has a close-range attack. Or does she? Does she just shoot the laser? She might just shoot the laser. I don't remember. Anyway, the idea is you lure her over onto this corner, and what that's going to let us do is dodge her laser by just running sideways. Hopefully. It doesn't always work. Let's look at her stats here. 1,000 HP, and she's the wind element. That means we're probably going to need a bit of earth in our life, perhaps? How much does this do? We don't know. Defense of 77. Agility of 90. I wish we had an agility of 90. Yeah, okay. Oops. Well, 39. Not the spell I meant to use. Okay, we do 54 with a rock. That might be our best bet. 57. That's pretty good. It's kind of interesting. Like, I'm not really sure how the AI decides whether you're at the correct range to use the laser or the wind cutters. Well, they're not wind cutters, they're like some kind of advanced homing arrow spell. It's one that you can't get. Let's do drain magic here. I don't know, they kind of look like birds. Okay. Can we hit her with water? No. Ow, too close. Getting a lot of delay. Okay. Let's try walking water, see if that does us any better. 55. Not really better than rock level 3. Maybe a little easier to aim with in a way. Not quite though. And wind cutter dealing, ooh, not very much. Wind cutter is not the spell we want to use here. Okay, so I think we just use rock 3. This is the easiest to hit with. We're dealing about 54, was it? HP? Let's do 55. Okay, so she got 1,000 HP. Means we'll need to use it about... well, about... what, 20 times? That's not too bad. Didn't we have to hit Nepti 25 times? So this should theoretically be easier, right? Well, theoretically. Now that we know the elements, the real fight can begin. It's interesting, though. Shilf has been waiting 1,000 years for Memmon's return. So we know she's at least found a way to live longer than a normal human. I don't think she's a demon. She's probably some kind of sorceress, or at least that's how her outfit reads, right? Like, a lot of times you'll see the typical evil sorceresses with the sort of dress with the one leg exposed kind of thing. I think Sia from like Hyrule Warriors, or I know there's other characters that look like her. But why is she waiting for Mammon to come back? Like, is she hoping to gain power from him? Did they have a pact? I don't know. Okay, kind of in a rough spot here. We need to get a successful drain magic. Oh, well, now we're not in a rough spot anymore. I think we run to the left, we'll be okay. No, we're not. A little frustrating. We need to dodge one of these. Try it to the right. There we go. Oh, come on! We were so close to you. Why you not use laser? Got it. Okay, we've cast maybe what, like 10 rocks? 10 more to go? We'll count it down. 9 more to go. Unless Chezni can't do math. 8 more to go. Because 8 times 50, it's 400. 7 more. See how close my math estimate was. Okay. 6 more. Oh, come on. Nuts. Now 6 more. Get a freebie. Down to 5. It's really hard to get the spacing right on her. Like, you have to be far enough away that you have enough time to run to the side before the laser hits you. But if you're too far, she'll use the homing arrows. But if you're too close, you'll just get hit by the laser. Like here, we're probably too close. Yeah. I need to space it out a little more. Like right there. But now we might be too far. Nope. Guess we're good. Like, we should be good here. I think. Yeah. But see that? Why did she use the homing attack there? I don't know, we might get hit by this one. It's a little hard to tell. Yeah. We're down to 4? Down to 4. Three. 2. Maybe we weren't halfway through. Oh well. It's my bet and I'm sticking to it. 1. And 0. Nope. Alright. So now we're going into the negatives. -1. No. Not even -1. -1. Yeah, we have plenty of distance to dodge this one. I'm gonna buffer the mic again. Next one is what, -2? -2. Alright, well, 2 off. That's not too bad. We'll take fire. Fire again. Got fire level 3. Oh, we don't need to heal. What am I doing? Maybe we can run around here to regain some MP. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a... Okay. Oh gosh. I was gonna say, is this the right path? That would be awkward if we went back the way we came. If having points in an element gives you defense against that element, we'll at least be fairly protected against... Well, really, wind is becoming the weaker of our defensive elements. I don't think there's any big wind fights. It's mostly fire near the end of the game, and then whatever the heck Mammon's element is. I have no clue. Probably doesn't have one. Well, guys, we're in the dries. Otherwise known as Quest 64 is desert. Wait, Greenock? Wait a minute. Greenock? Wasn't Greenock the name of something we should know? I feel like we should. Glencoe Forest, but that's not Greenock. Kind of confused. Whatever. We're gonna go this way. Or something. Wait, what is this way? I'm so confused. Hang on. Where are we? Are we behind the tunnel? I think we are. Yeah, okay. The tunnel is just a thing you can walk around. Ow, golems. Sandmen, whatever. Ooh. Okay, so they use a really big earth magnet spell on us. You would assume these guys are weak to wind. They're a little tough, though. I think we have to run. Because there's no way we can dodge that. It's just a guaranteed 33 damage every turn. I don't want to test the waters here. Or rather, I want to test the waters to make sure we don't get murdered. Cat person. A werecat. Sure. The were-hare is a bunny rabbit, but the werecat has to be a cat person. Of course. Thank you, Japan. Thank you for your commentary. Okay, well, she's using fire. Hopefully we can just murder her with water. Seems good. How much HP did we gain in that fight with Sylph? Or Shilf? She hits you so many times with the homing fire burbs. I hate this desert. I don't know where I am. Legitimately, where are we? I'm just looking for spirits at this point. Sandmen! Can we even fight these guys? Alright, let's do a little soul searching. Okay, 340 HP, and they are Earth Element, no surprise. 340. That's quite a bit. So when we fight them, we need to make sure that we can deal 340 before they kill us. We've got 186, and they deal about 35. So 35 and 35 would be 70. Twice that would be 140. One more time would be really close to death. I don't want to go that far. So we can live for 4 turns. So we'd have to be able to deal 340 damage in 4 turns. Or hope they have a friend like this, so that we don't have to deal with them every turn. I don't know, I still don't think we can win. Depends on how much HP this other guy has. The blue man? The blue man! Yeah, I'm kind of nervous to keep fighting. We'll do one more spell. Hopefully this wins us. Okay. But now we're kind of in trouble because this blue man's gonna murder us. Just uses fire for about 30. Healing 38. Technically we're in the green each round because we're healing slightly more damage than we're taking. Okay, good, good. That's gonna help us. Try wind? Water didn't seem like it was doing very well. We didn't get to see the damage we dealt. Hopefully it was good. Okay, let's just take a look at this corner of the map. Kind of want to see what's hiding behind that ridge. It's a lot of blue men! Nothing. Okay. We're gonna mark this part off of the map as being not useful. Do you think we can kill this many? What are our options? I mean, water's water. Got fireball level 3, but that's not enough. I think we have to leave this fight. I think we need to come into these fights with full HP and MP, otherwise we don't stand a chance of winning. A couple trees. Okay. We know we can kill one of these sandmen. No problem. But I don't think we can hit all 3 of them with Water Pillar. It's gonna cause problems. Alright, we're at this section that's pointed towards Greenock? Maybe Greenock isn't a place we've been. Just the name seems really familiar. Okay, I think we can take these 2. I don't think this is a problem. Definitely not a problem now. As long as we don't get any wacky misses. Oh, physical attack? Dealt less damage. We're okay with physical attacks. Dealt like half the damage of the Earth Magnet spell. Okay. Well, that's an option we have then. Oh, come on, Brian. Really nervous. Okay, we're gonna have to heal this off. He probably has like 1 hit left. Yeah. I'm sure this is like an inn. Hey, old desert wanderer. Guess you're not that old. My, what's happened to you? Did you lose your way in the desert? You must be tired from your long journey. If it pleases you, why don't you rest yourself here? Yeah, sure, why not? You have a spirit in your tent? Guess normal people can't see them. We're gonna rest again because I want it to be daytime. I don't like the desert at night. Oh, okay. Rest again! Rest again! Bring us to the light! There we go. The boil hole is, I believe, where Fargo is waiting for us. We don't want to go there. We want to go find the mystical... The mystical... Wait, where are we going? We need to go south. Doy. I was looking at the compass upside down. Anyway, we don't want to go to the boil hole right away. We want to go find that magical palace in the desert that was rumored to exist. See that section of the part of the desert that we're in right now in the southwest? I kind of want to go see if there's anything over there. And then we can just go straight into the desert proper. So we're going to go west. Probably nothing over here. That is too many dudes. Too many dudes to fight. Pretty butterflies? Question mark? Nightmares. Wonder wonder if we can maybe avalanche them. They seem to be trying to silence us. If they silence us, we might actually be in trouble. Ooh, ooh. Me gusta. Avalanche seems to be very good against these guys. Their big wings give them a lot of hitbox. Okay, so fighting the butterflies is no issue. Or the nightmares, or whatever they are. Let's be real, they're butterflies. Or moths. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything here. Guess we just go south. Oh, one spirit! One spirit! One spirit got... Okay, and the secret to fighting these sand... Whoa! We dodged the magnet! How did we do that? Gotta figure that one out. Anyway, I think we want to get close enough so this Sandman uses his melee attack. Yeah. I'm actually going to use Ice Wall on the off chance that we can freeze one of them. Maybe that's good? I don't know. Maybe it's bad. Ugh. That's bad, that's for sure. Fine, we'll just drop a bunch of rocks on you. Seem to be very good against the Blue Man. Not so good against the Sandman. Blue Man might be weak to Earth. Sandman being Earth. Not really good to use Earth against him. Okay. We got Compression as a fire spell? I think that makes the enemies small, but I can't remember why you would want to do that. Maybe we'll mess around with it. Okay, let's figure out how to dodge this Earth spell. Seemed like I ran diagonally, and that seemed to work. Oh, what? You're too good to use the Earth spell now? Now that we're trying to dodge it? Fine. Be that way. Let's avalanche all of you. So the Sandmen seem to be a big target for Avalanche, but they just don't take much damage from it. I mean, I don't know. Still might be worth using in this situation since we're surrounded by them. But if we just use Ice Wall, it would be 65, plus getting to freeze them is nice. It's just that Ice Wall seems to have... Well, just like anything, it can miss. Plus it might not even freeze them. Although when it does, it's pretty good. Oh, you're unfrozen. Okay, so we can tango with those guys. We just have to play it right. I think we can dodge the Earth Magnet spell. Let's try it diagonally. Nope, didn't work that time. We seem to have mapped out kind of like the majority of the desert here. I don't really feel a need to scoot around it much more. Some kind of house here. Guard, Walt. I hate war. That's why I ran away. But it is lonely here in the desert, so far from town. Long ago, when we all got along and lived in peace, this was a green valley. But now, I've heard that a lush and beautiful kingdom still exists to the south. Can it be true? Well, again, it's a rumor, so yes, it's probably true. Yeah, this guy looks like a guard from Limeland. Giant shoes. Nice item. Stats are good. I don't see any spirits here. One little tree. South to the desert we go. There's a way. The Dindom? Is that supposed to say kingdom? Or didn't. Well, Dindum. Dindum dries. There's a trick to finding the palace in the desert. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't remember how to find it. I don't know if there's a super secret way to do it. I think you just run around and eventually you'll find it. It is a big desert, though. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, but we totally missed that one on the right. Alright, buddy. It's just me and you. Let's do this. That didn't deal as much damage as I wanted. Oh! Looks like it was good anyway. How do we do this? Guess we just go southwest. Going right in. Sorry, cat people. We are not interested in your shenanigans today. Southeast, not southwest. If there are spirits in this desert, I do not care. This is one place we won't be completionisting. Yeah, that word. Completing to its fullest extent. Guess we can take a look around, though. I don't see anything meaningful. You know what? Let's test out compression. What does this do? We don't know. Making them small probably makes their attack lower or something. Don't silence us, bro. That would be pretty bad for us. What's at the top of the hill? Nothing. Come on, castle in the desert. I know you're here. Just a matter of where. What's our best option against these guys? Have we tried wind? Oops, that is not the right spell. At all. Okay, wind is decent. It's probably not as good as water, though. We did about 40? Yeah, water does like 80. Okay, never mind. Wind is garbage. Probably be okay. Yeah. It's interesting that the enemy... Most enemies are stronger when you're closer to them, but the Sandmen are an exception to that rule. You want to be closer to them. Still not seeing anything. I feel like we're kind of far to the west Let's head east. Ugh. I don't really want to fight them. I like fighting the Sandmen because they group up. You can get you can fight 3 of them at once. Oh, there it is. Okay, that floating crystal is what we need. Hey, there it is, as well. Moving diagonally gives us a chance to slip in between the rocks from Earth Magnet. It is kind of funny, everyone's like, "Oh, is there a magical kingdom in the desert? Where is it?" Nobody decides to follow the giant floating crystal. That was a decent avalanche. Yeah, that one could have been better. I think what happens is if you go too far out of the desert, it will kick you back to the beginning. Which, of course, isn't very useful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, again, escaping from battle must... Whatever kind of random encounter generator they have, I imagine that after getting into a battle, there's a certain amount of time that it... You would think there's a certain amount of time that it prevents you from getting into another battle. It seems like when we escape, we sometimes will immediately run into a new battle. Can we get up here? I want to get up on the pyramid. Come on, man. My inner 2-year-old wants to climb on this thing. Yeah, okay. Oh, we do get to go up on it. Can we go up on the side? No. Well, at least we can climb on this part of it. Well, here's our entrance to the magical kingdom of some undisclosed place. This place is essentially a treasure trove. Like, if it reminds you of El Dorado, that's probably a good way of thinking about it. Just ultimately, there are no monsters here, and you might be wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a secret. There's no monsters here, and essentially there is just a bunch of stuff for the taking. And we can see a spirit right there. For some reason, the developers thought you should play an invisible maze game here to get it, and I can't find the entrance to the maze. It's like right here. There we go. Yeah, this part is kind of silly. I'm not sure why the hell you do this. I mean, it makes no sense, right? Like, in the lore of the world, why is there an invisible wall where you have to go all the way around to get this? But okay. Got compression, power staff 2. It's a decent spell. Makes your staff do ridiculous amounts of damage. Okay. But the treasure is just beginning. There are so many treasure chests in here. If you are doing a run where you're not focusing on water, coming here is probably mandatory. Because you will obtain all the items you'll ever need to replenish your MP, among other things. I can't remember where all of the treasure is either, though, around here, so I'm going to have to comb the area, so to say. Okay, here's one. Again, I'm not sure what we're shooting for in fire. Do we want to just get vampiric touch and then move on? It's probably a good goal. We can start putting points back into wind. Although, again, it's just kind of pointless. I guess it would make wind do more damage. Could just put a bunch of points into earth. Go crazy earth mode. The avalanche is already so strong. It's not like we need it to be stronger. No, we're stuck. I mean, what do we need? We don't really need anything for Brian. Brian is already kind of a machine. I guess putting points into wind would be the correct route to go. So that way we can have a better wind option. Currently, things that are weak to wind, it's not really worth using our wind spells on them, because our other spells do more damage anyway. Although that begs the question, why put points in it at all, if your other spells are already doing more damage? Why not just put points into those already dealing more damage elements? I guess there's nothing out on this side of the palace. We'll go in. Here we go. Come on, Ryan. Ryan. Healing potion. Heals 150. Replica. Escape a battle. Spirit light. Is that the one that heals full MP? No clue what sealing spell is. It silences enemies? Dragon's potion. No clue what that does. So let's check. Dragon's potion, full MP recovery? Wow. Oh, Spirit Light is full HP recovery. Okay. And the Dragon's potion is full MP. Full MP is probably better. Probably. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Oh, was there a treasure chest in the middle? No. I'm just crazy. There's a treasure chest here, though. Fire pillar. No clue what that is. Silent flute. Doesn't that just silence people? Prevents enemy spell. Right or left? We'll go left. I guess we go right in, sit, I think. It's a lot here, a lot of spirits. Guess there weren't as many potions as I thought. Okay. And here we meet Galaxior, King of the Desert. I don't know what this guy's name is. Lavar. What have we here? No one has found this phantom city in 1,000 years. 1,000 years? That was as long as Shilf had been waiting. I wonder if Shilf is from the Phantom City. I am Lavar. I have once held the Eltail book, but when I opened it to unleash its incredible powers, I was not worthy. The only powers I could control were those of famine and destruction. I could hate but not love. I could terrify, but not inspire. Finally, the great magician Epona... Oh, wow! So Epona has a connection here. Epona came to my rescue and freed me from the curse of the Elltale book, but my penance is that I have been exiled here, alone for eternity, or until the evil that we call Mammon is defeated. Only then will I find final peace. You, with the precious gems of untold power, are my only hope, the only one who can free both myself and all of Celtland from evil. Super weird that they have, like, this whole backstory. Look at this guy's design. Keep in mind, this whole palace is optional, right? This whole idea of this guy ruling over famine and fear because he opened the Elltale book. I would say he's definitely connected to Shilf. So Shilf, Lavar, and Epona were all bopping around 1,000 years ago when this dude opened the Elltale book and brought about the Day of Grief. So yeah, I would imagine Shilf wants Mammon's power. Or wants to be his servant or something. Homing arrow level 2, still no vampiric touch. Fire pillar, fire bomb. I think that's that spell that the cat people were using on us. It's not a great spell. Golden amulet. Increases defense by 2 times. Man. Vampiric Drain or Touch or Vampiric Staff, or I really wish I knew the name. Must be a pretty high level fire spell. Wouldn't even need it. I mean, what are we going to use it on? Maybe we can goof around with it. I don't know. The dream as a fire mage is to cast Power Staff 2 and then Vampiric. You just go over to somebody and go... take all their HP. Just like that. With that sound effect. Oh no, I already made that joke with Drain Magic. The joke bin is running dry. Okay, so apparently though, defeating Mammon will free Lavar from his imprisonment in the Phantom City. It's gonna go south. I think it's gonna kick us out of the desert. It's faster than walking through the entire thing. Yep. Oh, now we're just in some random place of the desert. That's not as useful as I was hoping. We need to go hard east. Hard east! Man, now I'm hungry. Gosh, how long have I been recording? Yeah, not that long. Ha! Losers. Oh, Windcutter. You're so bad now. It's our fault for not putting points in the win. The real question is there an underlying level stat for Brian, and does it affect any other statistics? Like, percentage chance of things affecting him or not? Effectively, I'm just asking if there's a luck stat. I don't know. Not really important. Good spell, Avalanche. I'll never make fun of Earth again. Those early Earth spells, though. Whew. I certainly wouldn't want to fight Solvering with them. Especially because he'd be resistant to pretty much everything. Keep getting turned around. We're almost there. East. Then we go to the Boiling Hole. And then check out what Greenock is. Why I seem to have that name stuck in my head already. Just a cat and her butterfly. Yeah, another cat over there. That cat's the jealous one. Jealous of what? The butterfly, of course. Good to know that the desert is no exception to an extreme amount of random battles. Let's try, Firebomb. Wow. Not a great start. What about Fire Pillar? Oh, that's that one that the Wyverns use. With one frozen, we should be good. With some luck, we'll get the others frozen as well. Yeah, here we go. These guys are pretty durable. I think that's what really makes them so tough. Is Fireball 3 any good? 33... That would do 33 damage 3 times, I think. We didn't get to see the other numbers because he died too quickly. We should test out fire on the Sandmen. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. How about the Blue Men? The Blue Men use fire, though. That's what's a little weird about it. Alright, let's try it out. What? 150 damage to a single target. Problem is it was split up among the two. Do we have maybe a Hot Steam spell? Oh no, that was pretty much garbage. Ow. I'm gonna stick with Avalanche for now. Seemed to do pretty good against them last time. Okay, and this should do 150, right? Or only 45 if that's all we needed. Again, the extra projectiles will not deal damage if they die before the projectiles hit. More Sandmen. Ha! Losers. Let's try, I don't know, let's try Firebomb again. Firebomb just seems like a bad spell. It seems really hard to aim. It's a little bit like Rolling Rock from the Earth Tree. It's hard to aim, and it just doesn't deal... I don't remember it dealing very much damage, although we've missed, like, every time we've used it. Are we not hitting those other two? Good, good. We could test out... Well, we're so low on MP, I don't want to mess around. Oh, we have Vampiric Touch! Okay, Power Staff. And can we stack these? I hope we can stack these. Vampiric Touch. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. 191 damage. Healing 48 per hit. It's here. The Vampiric Touch train is ready. So that's Vampiric Touch. Good spell. Vampire's Touch. We don't need to put points into fire anymore. Do we go full circle and go back into wind? I don't even know anymore. What do we do? I guess we put points into wind. Might as well. We'll make wind relevant again. Maybe we don't ever need to use Vampiric Touch. It's just not... It's really, the setup is really clunky, because we have to take one turn to cast Power Staff, and then one turn to cast Vampire's Touch. Which opens us up to all sorts of things. Like, in that time, we could have cast 2 healing spells. Heal ourselves for about 70 HP. For the same amount of mana. But, once you do get those 2 spells up, you are dealing a lot of damage. I am getting so turned around. I need to go this way. Criminy, you guys. Leave us alone. Okay, let's try Firebomb. I just want this thing to hit. Oh my gosh. I just want to compare its damage. Come on, man. 98. I think the only reason it would ever be better than Fireball 3, because watch this, Fireball 3, for once, I just want Fireball 3 to hit all of the targets. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh. It didn't hit the third Fireball, but you saw there, each Fireball did about 50, which means the 90 from Firebomb pales in comparison. The only reason Firebomb would ever be better is if you could somehow hit 2 targets with it. And then it would be better. Seems kind of like a niche. Oh, we missed all of those shots. Seems like it would be a niche scenario, though, to hit 2 people with Firebomb. You have to be grouped up really closely, and you have to be really good at aiming it. I think they probably should have made Firebomb's radius a little bigger. Be easier, a little more forgiving when you try and use it. Got him. Guess we didn't need to waste all the time running away and healing. Thought they had 2 hits left. It's a lot of blue men. We can probably take him. Let's go. Let's actually use Spirit Armor. I don't have anything better to do. We'll get right up close to him and use Avalanche. Yeah, that was a lackluster Avalanche. Try it again. That was better. Okay, Punk. Look here. We're in a little bit of trouble if we don't kill him with this. Yeah, we're good. We are pretty much manaless. Hard east. We should get to where we're going. Not like we need to fight a single nightmare. Kind of a waste of our time. Blue man, come on! We're almost out of the desert. Leave us alone. Okay, and you kind of get the impression here, with the way that the slopes are overtaking the path, that this is kind of an underused path, or at least off the beaten trail. Like maybe, perhaps at one point this was a trusted route to the boiling hole, but after they opened up the shaft and released all the monsters, it hasn't really been useful. Which it also just would be signifying that there are sand dunes covering the path. I don't know. Say hello to the magma fish. Aren't they cute? I don't really know how to kill one. Let's try water. Yeah, water's okay. How's avalanche compare? Yeah, pretty good. I'd say because there's so many of them, it's good. When they thin out, we'll probably need to use better single targeting spells. Yeah. Overall, avalanche is decent. This is stupid, but I'm gonna use fire. Yeah, they're pretty resistant to fire. Hard east. No, but we're not gonna be able to go down. Okay, guess we gotta go around. I don't think there's anything over there. No, we just keep going. Huh. 2 avalanches. Nightmare still survived. Got no new spells. Alright. Forgot about this. This whole place has been burned down. A result of Fargo's wrath. Luckily, though, the wings shop is still open. If you lose your healing potion, I'll give you... Oh, never mind. The healing potion shop is open. It's like... This guy's just in this place. Like, everything is burned down. Even the outside of his home is charred and, like, warped. And he's just like, oh, hello, random kid. He doesn't even introduce himself. He's just like, if you run out of healing potion, I will give you a healing potion. Congratulations for making it this far. Yeah, and how convenient the inn survives. Hey, Shannon, was this your work? No? Alright. Master Brian, King Bagus of Brannock Castle, has somehow gotten his hands on enormous powers. It is he who burned this city to the ground and made the townspeople suffer, and he did it only to test his strength. Oh, I guess it was King Bagus. I thought it was, Fargo. But okay, so King Bagus, he was the king of fire and steel. Are you really from the monastery? Then please say a prayer for us. King Bagus has been most cruel. If you're thinking about going to Brannock, you'd best think again, but if you insist, rest here before you leave. Alright, so we're gonna quit, or not quit, but take a break there. I guess we'll check the inn rooms really quick, though, just to get it out of the way. Oh, hey, old lady. King Bagus used his evil powers to burn down the town. My son got lost and is missing. I'm just about the only survivor. I won't give up. I'll keep waiting. He might come back. I pray he will. Yeah, King Bagus is a dick. Or at least it seems that way. Just to test his power. I thought Fargo was the guy who had the fire power. Why did Bagus burn down the castle? It's kind of the MO of Quest 64, though. It's like, we get told a lot of things. We get told the boat sailed somewhere. We get told that the king burned down the place, but we never actually see it. Anyway, we take a quick pause there. When we come back, we'll be going into the boiling hole. I guess this is just Greenock, this little remnant of a city. Anyway, we'll be going to the Boiling Hole after going after Fargo and King Bagus. Be back in just a moment.